Yeah, you did.
I wasn't in college, but the other dudes were in college, and it was 20 of them in the room, and they were all from the Bahamas, from the same location. And I fucked every last one of them.
All you saw 20 dudes?
Yes. All you saw
at one time?
Yeah, at one time. I swear to God.
Okay, so did you nut like a lot of time, or it was like it was?
I was on my back. I was on my knees. I was standing up, and then I had some sitting down, and I was bouncing my ass like while my back was turned. I rolled, got on top, bounced up and down. It was all the ass smacking around. It was one ugly ass dude that tried to come in, and he thought that he was because he got butt ass naked. And I said, skirt, get out the room. You cannot be in here. No, but everybody else. Cool.
Boy, them niggas like that trying to throw your car while you in it.
New documentary.
And guess what the thing is? My pussy is.
It's the Date Master. We're back. We got everything back open, and if you notice, the economy's back going. People are back in full force. A lot of people didn't really sit down during this COVID. A lot of people were still moving around, but a lot of people did sit down. But now, the gates are open. The chains are off. They're off the chain. So what you're gonna start to notice is an influx in trips. Girls' trips, they picking right back up on schedule. Everything is back to regular scheduled programming. And the reason why she's different when she's out of town on these girl trips, if you listen to the video right before this one, you will hear this story that this woman is telling. And I mean, it's some of the craziest things I've heard. And I think this is an older video. But just listen to what she's saying, and it just makes so much sense. When these women go out of town, especially on these girl trips, you guys, I know a lot of us have been green. A lot of us have been naive to the manipulation, the false stress. I need to get away. I need a vacation. And when you look in hindsight, you look at what's been going on with you and your chick, and you realize we ain't did shit. What you need a vacation for? You gotta why you feel so compelled to go on a vacation when you don't really have the results to show that your work that a vacation is necessary or warranted for your work. You don't really have the output to show it. But what tends to happen when these girls go on these girls trip, depending on where they go, the environment that she's in is going to influence her or have an influence on her. If you're in the States, if you're, younger, you're still local, you're still New Orleans, Miami, Atlanta, LA, shit like that, depending on, all-star weekends, those type of events, because the vibe is going to be the vibe. But these places tend to have a certain scene, nightlife, a lot of people traveling, a lot of people from out of town, different personalities, different energies in the environment. And I'm going to touch on Miami specifically. If you ever been to Miami Memorial Day weekend, you've seen the craze and just the influx of women. There's women everywhere. I mean, no matter where you look, it's women, it's packs and groups of women. And a lot of these women, they do have relationships at home. I know you may have seen the skits and some of the videos floating on the internet with guys flipping out on their girl because they want to go to All-Star Weekend in Atlanta or they want to go to Memorial Day weekend in Miami. But the environment, such as Miami, the nightlife, you hear these rappers, you hear it in the music, you see it in the movies. They're having all this crazy sex. They're taking shots out the bar. They're on the boat. Anytime, and we're going to look at geographics. Anytime a woman gets close or near water, her sex drive increases. Her sex drive increases because the moon and, the ocean, they work in tandem. The waves, the gravitational pull, all that. I ain't going to get into all that science stuff, but it's a reason why women love to be on the beach. And if you do a poll, let's look at our women, black women specifically. They don't know how to swim, nor do they want to get their hair wet. They just want to get in the water. And the energy is increased tenfold. If you take a chick, fella, this is just some free game for you. If you're dealing with a chick and you feel, you know, you may be playing with a little money, whatever the case may be, you got a little chick, you still in your, you know, your beginning phases of experiencing that high value or the residuals of your work. You starting to see the money flow. You got a little money you want to play with. You know, hey, like we're gonna do this. You know, we're gonna go to Miami. And watch the energy that you get from her once she gets near that water. It's something. They got this saying that it's something in the water, and that is very true. But when a woman gets close or near water, her libido increases. Her hormones are activated because that water it's therapeutic, but it also it activates something inside of us. It activates something inside of us to be a little bit more free. And not only does she have this environment, she has the friends that's coming along with her that's also on the same type of time. No woman is going to Miami, LA. They're not going anywhere near water or a major city without touching bases with someone who they have made contact with via the social media or dating app, whichever you want to call it. Social media and dating apps, they're pretty much one and the same. One is just more direct. The other one is you can kind of be ambiguous and shit, act like you're doing business, talking about social, you know, stuff like that. But they don't go to these spaces or cities without sending a kite. They are sending a kite, letting whoever know on their timeline, hey, this is where I am. You see them put it up in the story. And a lot of times they're going to put it up in the story because they know no one else can see who's putting a bid in. And I'm gonna do a video about understanding of female social media, how to break down the woman based on her social media. I'm gonna do a video about that. But when she's out of town, it's also a mental escape. No one knows her. No one knows who she is. These guys that she's been communicating with, they don't really know the real her. They just know what she looks like, and they know she's now with the plan, whatever that may be. But she's still cautious, so she needs wing women. She needs about 2 or 3 girls to go with her. So, you know, they may find them a simp, sugar daddy. They may find somebody to say, hey, I want to bring my girls too, you know. And lo and behold, you may have somebody that's gonna buy this plane ticket or put them up in an Airbnb, whatever the case may be. It's all type of shit that go on when it comes to these trips. It's so many inner work. It's a lot of inner working to a woman who's trying to get a feeling, or to women that's looking for a feeling to get. So they're going out of town. They meet these guys. You know, we're at the restaurant, we're at Wet Willie's, we here and there, you know. Guys, they know we know what we can do when we in these spaces. It don't take nothing to send some shots. Hey, you know, send 6 shots of Patron to that table, do this, do that, you know, just to kind of do the icebreaker. Like, so, you being a simp or you being a simp. You got to have a campaign fund. If you want to deal with women and you want to, you know, live that playboy lifestyle or whatever the case may be, this is only if you want to do this. And if you have the means to do this, you got to have some campaign funds. This is what we consider campaign fund. So again, you got you and your guys, like I said, they don't want to take none to send 6 shots at this table, whatever, they $10, $12 a shot. That's nothing. That's going to get them looking to see who sent it, and that's going to be the confirmation that we're on the same type of time. We're just trying to have a good time. It doesn't have to be pressured to where if I buy you these shots, you got to come home with me. No, this is just fishing. It's a gamble. It's like rolling the dice. So if you're not, you know, keen on your vision, you didn't pick up the signal, you didn't catch a few eyes coming at your table, you shouldn't be sending those shots. This is only when you didn't, you know, what I say, 2 to 3 times eye contact from the same lady, she choosing at this point. It's good eye contact, and you don't look away. You stay on target. You make her look away. And the moment that you confirm that she's looked away, now it's time to put your bid in. So now again, you got this vibe going. So again, this is how a lot of this happens, because we got to eat. And a lot of times we're going to try a new restaurant. Let's go here. We only here for a few days. Women know how to use time. When they're on these trips, they know everything they're going to do from start to finish, because they know they only have a limited amount of time to do it. So they know what they want to do. They full force early. So you got your campaign funds, and they mean guys with their campaign funds. Now we exchange numbers for that day, or the first day we touch down. We got a group. Hey, we doing this tonight. Y'all come on. We got tables. We got a section, etc., etc. Yeah, we're going with them. You know, they coming to the hotel. They coming to the Fontainebleau. You know, they seeing that big balcony out there. They seeing you and your guys in the, you know, moving how you move. Now it's the choosing process. See, first they do the scout report. They see who's available, because no one wants to be left with the ugly duckling or the duck. So now we meeting in person, and we about to go out. We seeing each other at our best. So now the choosing starts. People are putting their bid in on who they want to go with. As far as, this is who I'm gonna latch on to. This is who I'm gravitating to. This is who I'm feeling the most out of this pack. So now we in the club. So now we more personable. We didn't had that icebreaker. Now we in the club. So now we're drinking more. We're smoking more. We're doing what we need to do to get in a space of comfort, or we get in our zone, so they say. So now your girl who was at home, all church, all, you know, soft-spoken, now she's out of town. She done ran into, you know, the wolf pack. Now she's ready to show her real self. She's ready to unleash, and she's ready to unwind, because she's in a city full of strangers and no one can judge her. But when she goes back home, now she's back on best behavior. None of what she did can be mentioned. There's a saying as far as Vegas, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. This pertains to all cities, Miami, Atlanta. Whatever happens in those cities is really not allowed to come back. It'll come back, but it'll be in their Snapchat, it'll be on their phone, it'll be in their social media, on their social media videos. You know, they got ways to bring back the memories, because those memories have feelings attached to them. But yeah, you see these girls trip, you seeing an abundance. This is already orchestrated. This is teamwork. They're gonna work, you know, they're gonna look out for each other. You see some of the reports on the news and World Star where a woman got killed or whatever. She didn't really have her pack with her like she should, and they took advantage of the situation. But in most cases, you're gonna see a pack. They're gonna be looking out for each other. They're gonna be, you know, whatever lie needs to be told, they'll have somebody to tell their lie. Whatever needs to be covered, they'll have somebody to cover that. But just understand the environment. She's going anywhere near the water, major city events. There's already a play in motion. She wants to go by herself and all of this. Again, there's already a play in motion. Women don't travel alone. Women are already scary as it is. They're not going to a city unless communication and rapport has been built with a new beau who she may have taken a liking to. All you got to do is watch the signs. But like I said, I'm going to definitely, I'm going to do a breakdown on understanding female social media antics, the strategies, you know, how they fish. I'm gonna do a video to break all of that down, so you will know how to move and what to avoid, etc., etc. Because they'll play a mean social media game. You think you got them, and, you know, again, you just may be something for an ego stroke. You may have just been the one to stroke the ego. You didn't do anything special. You're like, why is she choosing and why is she doing this? But now she playing games. Women want their ego stroke just as well as you do, or just as much as you do. But you just got to know how to move. You got to know when not to move. Be very picky. Be very selective. But if you're out of town and you mean, you know, these women that's out of town, and, you know, enjoy it. Don't press too much. Don't try to, oh, I got me some easy. Man, no, just chill. Just chill. Take your time. You know, let your personality flow. Be yourself. Don't do too much. Just chill. And everything will come out how you want it. But yeah, y'all stay tuned. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. It's the Date Master. We'll be back. Peace.